Yes, yes, CFTA. Happy pre-Halloween. We have one person in costume. Cody. Fucking, this guy just one-ups everybody. It's fantastic.
Wait till I said.
Sweet. Now we can call him Dog. What up, Dog? You know the announcements. We have alcohol. Were you here? Gonna fill up on that. We have some awesome swag. We got some swagness. Yeah. You'll pick it up inevitably. For now, it's all good. It's on the walls. We have a camera in the vestibule. I'm not sure if it's on. George, is it on? So this thing is rolling in the little vestibule 24/7. If anyone has an impulse to record something, say something, share something, testimony, joke, shout out, do it there. Pizza. Fill up on that. $5, 2 slices. We have a review. Speaking of that, we have reviews on Google. If you ever want to QR code that thingy there, you can give us a nice, hey, I love this place, 5 stars. What else? Other announcements? Oh, Fake Cult. We have our monthly meeting this Saturday. Jake's running the show. He's going to be interviewing people. This is a serious game that you can be involved in because just like a business, there are roles, responsibilities, and income that you can make through fake coin. If you want to know more about that, be involved in this fun game as it's fake crypto, but it's real, but it's fake. It's a cult, but it's not. It's a cult. Join the cult, but you're not joining. Just come. Yeah, don't worry about it. And anything else, gents? We have, for your host, the first time he's ever hosted, but he's been here since day one. You guys know him. You guys molest him. Please give a grabby round of applause to your host, Joey the Bomb.
Come on, keep going. Hello, CFTA. Are you guys ready for a great night? I feel there's a magic in the air. Don't you guys? You feel an energy? No? No. Yeah, so I do want to make a couple announcements. I know Dex did some, but I want to make my own. CFTA now does have a liquor license. Right, yeah, that's right. I'm pretty funny, but the more you drink, the funnier I am. All right, so order lots. By the way, Jake, when's that magic mushroom license coming? Because, when we get that, I swear, I'm like fucking Robin Williams. I don't know, let's do a couple jokes maybe. Have you guys noticed how much racism there is in prison? That's weird, right? Because when I'm being gang raped by an actual gang, the last thing I care about is the color of what's being shoved into every orifice of my body. I know that was a really, really light take on that. You know, I could have gone a lot harsher. I'm trying to bring gang rape jokes to Disney. You think I succeeded? Probably not. Let's see. Okay, I do have some things I want to talk about here. I'm very excited about the Blue Jays. Are you guys excited about the Blue Jays? Like, I could care less about baseball, but I love sticking it to the Americans, right? At this point in time, can you imagine what would happen if the Jays won? How that orange-haired menace would react? Might be something like this. Yeah, they're a very low-rated team. I don't like them. I really try to do a good Trump impersonation, but I just can't do it. It's really hard. But I know I have learned a few things about it. One, you got to purse your lips, like you're about to suck a cock. Two, when you dance, you got to do this, YMCA, like you're stroking a couple cocks. A lot of gay shit with this guy. I don't know why, but. Okay, let's forget the Trump stuff. Just bringing his name up is depressing. Although once every couple months, I get into a 15-minute laughing fit because, like, he's president. And it just, like, I still don't believe it. It's been 10 years, but it's still, okay, I don't know. Gotta stop talking about Trump. All right. What a race relation in prison. Yeah. Oh, actually, I did forget that part, because, like, my old daddy used to tell me, if you're gonna be a prison bitch, get yourself an Asian daddy. That's right. Tiny little peepee, probably knows karate, best of both worlds. You notice how nobody ever fucks with an Asian? You'd rather punch a cop in the face than fuck with an Asian who might know karate. Male or female, it doesn't matter. You can't tell the difference. 15 years old, 115, they all look the same. There's no Asians in the crowd, so you feel free to laugh if you want. I don't know. What was I going to say? I do want to bring these up later, but if you guys really want to experience a real Hollywood magical moment, and not something written by a bunch of Jews in the backseat of the theater, but a real Hollywood moment, go to Canada's Wonderland in the summer, and then go to the water park, and it is full of black people. That sounds kind of weird, like, but emphasis on the word full. I'm talking like shoulder to shoulder in the wave pool. Like when I go swimming, I gotta roam. But I'm looking at these people, and they're flipping out. They're flipping out. It's like it's fucking Walter White's blue meth and not H2O. Like they're excited, young, old, man, woman. They're just losing their mind. And then I realized, oh, see, I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up with no fancy swimming pool in my backyard. But my neighbor had one, and I'd use that sometimes. And the kid across the street had one, I'd use that. And the kid around the corner had one, my uncle had one. And there was 27 municipal pools inside the city limits. These guys, the best day of their life was when their village got a well. So I can understand why they're flipping out. So I've decided to cede Canada's Wonderland to the desert people. Why not? I never liked Wonderland since Paramount sold it. I'm a Hanna-Barbera guy, obviously. Great intrigue. I really want to get started. So, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? This is going to be a magical night. And I should have probably looked at the list before. I believe the first guy up is a fellow I've never met before, but I did talk to him at the beginning, and he seems really funny. CFTA, please give it up for DJ.
Thank you very much. How's it going, guys? So my name is DJ. I'm single. I like to put that out to every room because, I wonder if people want to lower their standards. I do come with references, just good luck getting a hold of them because none of them will return my calls. Dating sucks nowadays, in my opinion. It's not like there's a step-by-step how-to guide. Even if there was, I don't think it would help me out much. I don't like reading instructions. And I can kind of picture how that might go. Like step 1, communicate. Step 2, don't get their name tattooed on you. Step 3, wear protection. Meanwhile, I'm probably a few steps ahead, missing some screws, wondering why the whole thing's fucking falling apart. It's a lot like IKEA furniture, just for some reason I'm a little itchier. So, yeah, no, I don't have the greatest track record with women. I have been with a few different women with the same name. It was a fluke. It was also convenient. Convenient because, obviously you could be thinking about someone else, but you're still going to say the right name. The big convenience, though, was I actually broke step 2, and I got the first one's name tattooed on my chest. So I figured by getting a couple more with the same name, I could put off getting that one covered up. Didn't last too long. I did get it covered up eventually. Covered it up with Rafiki from The Lion King. I take it you guys know who Rafiki is. He is the baboon who lifts Simba up to the sky. Kind of like a symbol of wisdom and strength. So I figured I could, recover from that simp moment with some wisdom. But yeah, I feel like dating used to be a little bit easier. You just go to the bar and meet somebody. But nowadays it seems to be mostly online. Yeah, it's kind of like applying for a job with your face. Like the whole profile is kind of like a job application. They want to know your ethnicity. What do you identify as? What's your religion? So I decided to apply. I signed up for Tinder. Turns out I'm unemployable. So yeah, it makes sense. It's kind of routed around, DEI, diversity, equality, inclusion. Just the only way I'm getting included these days is if I join another couple. So I don't really want to do that. Yeah, so I think my favorite part about Tinder is their age preferences. So they start at 18, makes sense, we're okay with that. Goes to 100 plus. Yeah, cool, awesome, really cool. If you're over the age of 100 and you're on Tinder, you're probably the coolest person alive, or you're an escaped nursing home patient with unfinished business. But yeah, my big one is how did they find it? How did they figure this out? You can't tell me Granny figured out how to upload 6 filtered photos of herself and choose polyamorous on her account. So that makes me think there's got to be some grandkids at play. So like, how does that fucking conversation go? Like, Granny, you're looking pretty lonely. You're getting older. I think you need to get fucked, Granny. So swipe right if you want to get railed before bingo. But yeah, so I don't get on there too often. But when I do, I try and set up first dates so I can bring my dog with me. I have a husky, and so he's much better at communication than I am. If you guys know huskies, they like to talk. So the only problem with that is I'm not allowed in PetSmart anymore. Supposedly it's weird to keep bringing women there, but whatever, I keep trying. So the dog really likes it too. So he's got this one move actually where he likes to shove his nose into people's crotches. And it's usually right when he meets them. His timing's perfect. It's usually like, my dog's really well behaved. He listens to everything I say, and then he just fucking shoves his snout in their snatch. So that's a hard one to recover from. Then I have to explain to him, he's a work in progress. We're still teaching him the meaning of consent. So he'll figure it out one day. Actually, the other day, a girl said to me, you really need to train your dog better. And I was like, okay, lady, take a chill. At least he's sniffing something on a Saturday night. He's doing better than me. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, that's my time. My name's DJ. Find me on Tinder.
DJ, ladies and gentlemen. Good guy. I forgot to tell you the rules. Not a very good host. So here are the rules. You come up, you have 1 minute. And if you don't make me laugh, you're out. What? I thought we were doing Texas rules. Well, what was that on the email chain about all the Kill Joey stuff? Oh, awkward for me. All right, no, the rules are, you got 5 minutes. You come up here, you do your best stuff. At 4 minutes, I'm going to click. That little yellow light is going to come on. Are you giving me the light? What the fuck is this shit?
Oh, shit. You said...
Ew, I'm Paul Mirikeen. Yeah, 5 minutes. You'll get a yellow light at 4. Right? Yeah, I'm pointing at it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's right above this. It's right below the. Yeah, anyways. You get 5 minutes. 4 minutes, you get a yellow light. 5 minutes, you get a red light. Any longer than that, I am related to the owner, and he did give me the password for the secret trap door under the stage. And you'll fall into a pit of gator snakes. And if you don't want to know what a gator snake is, finish your time quickly. Next comedian up. You guys ready for another one? Yeah, this guy is one of my favorite comedians. He's hilarious. You guys will love him. Please give it up for Cody Chenier. All right.
Joey, I feel like you say you're related to every owner in every restaurant you go into. That energy Joey was talking about at the beginning, guys, was actually just the energy from his restraining order. It's in violation right now. There's a child in the back of the room. Nice, I like that. I was told that a lot of people would dress up today. I'm really glad I didn't. I look like a fucking idiot. Aw, thanks. I'll give you my number later. No. Aw, shit. Got a couple of Karens in here, I like that. No, Jay actually asked me to wear this. Save a hot dog, buy a pizza slice. Yeah, that wasn't funny, that's all right. Dexter, can you just, during my entire set, pan in on this guy right here? I just want the menacing look of a serial killer for my set. I'd appreciate that. Anyone here a big fan of Disney? Yeah, that's sad. Nathan, what's your favorite Disney princess?
I only like Stitch.
Cool, that's not a princess. I think mine is Princess Otto. I like that, yeah. Guys, I have a question for you, and it's only because Joey came up on stage. What came first, the poly couple or their love of board games? Yeah. Any spooky bitches in the audience tonight? Yeah, Gabby, you're here. What the fuck? Yeah, you're a spooky bitch. Paul, you can be one too. Nice. I like the spooky season because I can actually play with my tarot cards and only get marginally bullied. Right? Like, for me, I have a lot of lonely hobbies, guys, but tarot is probably one of my biggest ones ever. You know, I don't know if you know this, but tarot is actually supposed to be a group project. It's kind of intuitive in nature. And for me, when I'm playing tarot cards, I've been playing tarot for 20 years, guys. Every morning I do my own reading. And every single fucking day I get the tower. There's my spooky bitches. Yeah. Saying I like tarot is just a really complicated way of saying I like goth girls in high school, though. I still like them. I just like them back in high school, too. That sounded pedophiliac. Fuck. Cut it. No, every time, if you don't know, if you've never played tarot before, drawing the tower is one of the worst cards to draw. There's in the tarot deck a deck called the Devil card, and you'd rather draw that than the Tower. And honestly, I can relate because I'd rather meet Satan himself than walk up a couple flights of stairs, guys. Hot diggity dog. That's my punchline. You know what? I got a tarot deck here. Anyone want their tarot readings? Absolutely not. Okay, I like that. You do? Hell yeah. What's your name, miss?
I'm Sue.
Sue?
I'm just shy.
And you're just shy? How do you know the owner?
She had his kid.
Who hasn't? Okay, so you're married currently to him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's all right. Hell yeah, hell yeah. How long have you two been married for? 7-ish? Okay, neither of you know. That's awesome. The sex is still potent, guys. That's sick. Okay, what's your name?
Sue.
Sue, I want you to think of a question, okay? Any question in that's pertinent to you. It can't be a yes or no question. And I want you to really put your energy into the cards here. More energy than I'm giving for this set, to be quite honest. Okay, Sue, have you thought about a question?
Yes.
I will not fuck you, no. Not tonight. Okay, what's your question, Sue? Yeah, that's the whole point of this, so I can read. You can change your question? Okay, guys, her question is, do I have to ask a question? Guys, I'm going to flip this card. You're going to see it, and you're going to see how amazing of a tarot card reader I am. Guys, we drew the moon, which means she wants to fuck me. Guys, you... I absolutely love that. My name's Cody Shenny. Thanks so much.
Cody, everyone. There's a foot-long joke there somewhere, but I'm sure he's going to be using that to pick up tonight. There is a secret cult meeting on Saturday, so tell your friends. It's called Fake Cult. So, if you're into marrying the 17th, if you want to be the 17th wife of the Vanguard, or give away all your money, or drink some Kool-Aid to get a ticket on a UFO, this cult is not for you. But if you want to have fun, make some money, this is a great opportunity. Come on Saturday. All details will be discussed. That's about it. You guys ready for another comedian? Oh my goodness. This guy, he might be my favorite comedian who's come in here. I'm serious. He's hilarious. I know you guys will fall in love with him. Please give it up for Paul American.
You got it perfect before. Hey everyone, yes, the carpets do match the curtains. Too long, and I should cut them, and I haven't washed it since Monday. That ghost face mask has to come off for my set. I'm sorry. That freaked me the fuck out. Oh, it's a kid. Sorry. Okay, either. You'll explain these jokes to your dad later. Asexuals are people who don't have an attraction to any gender, so they don't have sex, and they could end up dying virgins, much like me. So asexuals literally have no fucks to give. And no fucks to take. Okay, great. I don't like To Catch a Predator because mostly it's always a man going for a boy, and I think that's textbook misogyny. We're all the lady perverts. You know why we can't film them? Because it's illegal to have cameras in classrooms. Damn it. I went on a chapters date recently. The girl I was with showed me all the biographies she's into, and I showed her all the coloring books. I found a book there called Reverse Coloring, where they already put the colors on the page. You just have to make the lines, which I'm like, that's not reverse coloring, that's drawing. I'm not going to put something online, and then you'll get canceled and call it reverse tweeting. God, these are painful. So I've been going on dates, and I've seen this trend about like the second or third date. The lady will tell me, "Oh, I can't come out. My cat's sick," and I'm thinking, you know who probably doesn't hear about cats being sick? Men with jawlines. There we go. The only other possibility it could be is that maybe the cats are getting sick because they're allergic to me. Like their owner gets home and they're like, "Oh man, my eyes are runny and I can't breathe through my nose. Oh, you know I'm allergic to pussies." Okay, great. That's what I do for doing new shit. What's next? No, we won't do that one because it's not going well. I'm deciding that I'm probably going to go back to church. I haven't been in church in a long time. I'm going back because I know this guy from Boston. When he was a kid, he was in a fire and he was burnt head to toe. So now he's grown up and he looks like Deadpool if he was a priest. And the reason I want to go back to church is because this guy, even though he looks like a nightmare, his wife looks like a dream. And seeing him with her gives me hope. Like he looks like sin and I just want to commit it with his wife. And no, like honestly it gives me hope because they even have kids, so you know not everything was burnt. And their kids look good, they look well done. I wasn't planning on more than that. Nah. Oh, that hot dog earlier. I'm gonna put some mayo on that if you know what I mean. So any furries here? No? I have a friend who's a furry. Didn't know he was a furry right away. In the college, we got drunk with each other. And I'm stumbling back home to his place, and he's doing great because he's on all fours. And he was wearing like ears and a tail, and I don't know what animal he was trying to be, but to me, he kind of looked like an idiot. And that idiot ended up creating a furry convention in Kitchener. Anyone here from Kitchener? Good, because everyone from Kitchener is a furry. So I went to this furry convention. The first thing that happens is I'm at the front desk, and this dog's like, "Hey, where's your pass?" And I'm like, I don't need one. I'm with the guy who runs this place. And he's like, "All right." That's what they all say. So this dog keeps hounding me. Hate that joke. I hate it. And he's like, "Hey, where's your pass? Where's your pass?" I'm like, "I don't have one." And then eventually I just get so angry, I roll up my newspaper. And he ran away with his tail between his legs. This does so much better everywhere else. Next thing that happened is I went to the washroom. As I'm sitting there trying to take a crap, I saw this giant cat paw come from the bottom of my door. None of you have cats. Fuck you. You know what? How much time has it been? 30 seconds? That's all I ever needed. Last thing I saw at this furry convention, last two things, was a fierce animal named called a mother. And the mother was trying to get her kid into this furry convention. They said, "Ma'am, we can't let this boy in because this convention's full of pornographic material involving animals." And she said, "I don't care." And I thought, man, I wish my mom fought this hard for me to watch porn. And last thing I saw was this guy, shirtless, bald, short shorts, suspenders, paled as the moon, and he had this little wolf toy. And he kept hiding behind him. He went, "Tickle, tickle, tickle, tickle." And he just kept doing that. I'm like, man, you ever look at someone, you just know they drive a van? Or a white van? Fuck me. Either way, he wasn't dressed like an animal, but he sure looked like a predator. And that's my time, guys. Have a great night.
Paul American. America, fuck yeah. Coming forth to entertain the fuck out of you guys. What do you guys think about race relations? I really want to make it better. And I think the way to improve the relations between whites and blacks is if blacks finally admit to how hard it is being white. You don't believe me? Like blacks will go through whites go through things that blacks will never understand. Not at all. Like Like, black man falls in love with a black woman. They get married. She gets pregnant. He's so excited. He goes in the delivery room, and after a couple hours of labor, out pops a white kid. That's something they never have to go through. Also, you've never had to follow one of you guys. My ex-girlfriend dated a black guy, and because I'm white, I gave her a little oral. And because I'm goofy, as soon as I saw it, I said, hello. And I heard back an echo, hello, hello, hello. So once black people finally admit that they have it good, I think everything will be fine. You guys ready for your next comedian? Otherwise, I keep doing jokes. You guys ready for your next comedian? Yeah! This guy, it looks like his name is Mike Fellatio. Which leads a whole new thing. This next comedian is hilarious. I've seen this guy a couple times. Funny as fuck. Please welcome to the stage, Mike Blowjob.
Hell yeah, keep it going for Joey Baum, everybody. Never heard Mike Fellatio before. That's so creative and unique. You guys excited for Halloween? Hell yeah, dude. This is like my Christmas, right? They're also making a new Dracula movie, which is pretty cool. But in this movie, Dracula will be a lesbian woman. Yeah, her catchphrase is gonna be, I want to suck your cunt. I thought that was gonna suck. It did all right. So how about them Blue Jays, huh, guys? Hell yeah, you guys excited? Do you guys remember the Blue Jay player Roy Halladay? Yeah. If you guys don't know who he is, he was the pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays, and unfortunately, he died in a plane crash. He was the only Blue Jay who couldn't fly. Like a bird, no? Anyways. I know what it's like being a black guy. White people cross the street when they see me too. I'm not racist, guys, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not fully racist. Like, if I had to gauge it, I'm like 30% racist. Like 15% in traffic and then 15% in video games. People always ask me if I would get a dick tattoo. And I would if I could get a tattoo of a bigger dick. Can't do that yet, though. The 3D printers aren't that good. But I'm starting to hate coming to the city. You know, it's nothing against Hamilton. It's just like the homeless people think I'm also homeless. Like, they don't even ask me for money anymore. They just ask me regular questions, you know? Just like, have you seen Jerry? Which tent is yours? Do you want to have gross hobo sex? Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Anyways, guys, I'm going to give it back to Joey Baum over here. Thank you guys so much. Keep it going.
Miguel Fellatio. Excellente. I am not racist. Yeah, I am, actually. I watch videos of Arabs who fell ass backwards into oil money. So you have this 17-year-old kid driving a Lexus like he earned it. Oh, it's so disgusting. The next comedian, he's from Nigeria. And I read last night that Nigeria has a ton of oil money. So what was it like growing up with free healthcare, free education, a Lexus in your driveway? No, you didn't have any of that? Shit, you missed out, buddy. Yeah, you guys ready for your next comedian? I love this guy. This guy makes me, I can't understand a word he says, but he does make me laugh. Please give it up for Tochi.
Hi, guys. Yeah, we might not have had free healthcare, but I'll tell you for sure that we weren't starving. Yeah, no starving kids in Africa. My name is Tochi, and I'm a Nigerian prince. Yeah, you should never believe any other person that tells you this online. A lot of them are not even Nigerians. Do you remember like the most traumatic event from your childhood? Yeah.
I'm still in my childhood.
Amir, is that you? Oh, that's him. 20 years from now, your therapist will be hearing about this night. Yeah, you're not yet old enough to recollect your traumatic experiences, trust me. You've heard about so many things that I know how your future is gonna look, bro. It's okay, it's all good. Yeah, but for me, the most traumatic experience of my childhood was the day I saw my best friend doing backflips. Yeah, do you know how crazy it is for someone like me, very cowardly, to see his best friend doing backflips in school? That felt like being Tom Cruise's best friend. Yeah, I was never the coolest guy in the party. And guys, sometimes it felt so bad, I felt so bad that I would even wish that this guy would just fall and break his neck. Yeah, not enough to kill him, just small. Yeah, I didn't know until my adulthood that once you break your neck, it's done. But yeah, that was my wish as at then. But the good thing about this is that once you hit high school, there is like this collective agreement that somersaulting is a dumb activity. Yeah. I don't know if any of us here ever saw someone doing backflips in high school, but I can bet against that. And that's the point where personality comes into play. Me. And guys, those were my best years because everyone in my high school wanted to fuck me. Yeah. There was only one challenge. It was an all-boys school. Yeah. Well, I thought that I had like avoided all of these, but then as an adult, people started doing like an advanced form of backflips. This one is called bungee jumping. Yeah. I call them ASD, adult somersaulting behavior. You would never catch me doing those. And it's not like I'm against suicide, guys. I'm not against suicide. In fact, yeah, I say this because for me, suicide is like the highest form of self-care. Yeah. But I'm a pussy, I can't do that. But I still participate in what I call the mini suicidal acts. Like, yeah, for instance, I could go to a grocery store, pick an apple and eat it without washing it. Yeah. Or drink a gallon of milk before jumping on a 16-hour flight. Yeah, that's the best I can do. But then it gets to another point as grown-ups that people now start another form of ASB, which is having kids. I really don't know why people want to have kids. Like, everyone feels like they'll be giving birth to the new Jesus or something. But no, I feel like every child is a mistake. Yeah, because... Yeah, every child is a mistake until proven otherwise, man. Like, look at Hitler. Like, no other person on earth up till today has undone what Hitler did. We could do with every single person in this room. Like, I would give Nigeria in exchange for Hitler not ever existing. That's how bad it is. Yeah, I don't even know where I'm going with this set, but thank you for the red lights, guys.
Tochi! Keep it going. You guys ready for another comedian? This next guy, I love this guy. He's a Christian from Lebanon, which is weird. I only see those on TV, but like, and talking to him, like, I don't know, he might be Jesus, come back from the dead. Like, he speaks like 12 languages. He's very communicative. He's very he's got a beautiful hairline, so natural. Maybe he's not Jesus, but he is hilarious. Please, CFTA, give your greatest welcoming for George Terby.
Guess who I am? Any guesses? What? No, I'm a Scientologist. No, I can't do a Tom Cruise impression. Well, I have one, but it's not the greatest. You want to see it? All right. Told you it's not great. Yeah, as Joey said, I'm from Lebanon. So when I was thinking about a costume for tonight, my wife goes, "Why don't you wear something cultural?" And I did. It's a war reference. Read, people. Yeah, the Middle East is getting destroyed by Israel, and our army in Lebanon is shitty. Literally, yeah, like it's like when the Israelis attack, they're like the robbers at LCBO. And our army are kind of like the staff going, "No, we just stacked those. No." You can't. Can somebody block them? No, all right. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, that's the Middle East, guys. Yeah, you know, when Canadians complain to me, like, "Do you know how hard it is to live in Canada?" I'm like, "Do you know how fucking hard it is to survive in Lebanon?" Like, if your biggest problem is, ooh, there's a long line at Timmy's today. You know what was my fucking morning routine? Today, no, I'm taking this road because yesterday they bombed this one. So they might do a repeat today. They didn't get everything. Yeah, I come from more. It's not traumatizing, by the way. It doesn't affect me whatsoever. Jesus, I went on a tangent. This wasn't planned, by the way, but seriously, war does not leave a trauma with you. You know, it teaches you how to be tough. I'm still a bitch for some reason. Even though I fucking witnessed like the shittiest things a human could, but yeah, for some reason it didn't affect me in that sense. The only way it affected me that I fucking eat food like it's my last day on earth. And I had to go get a stomach surgery because the fucking doctor was telling me, "Hey, dude, no, you can't eat like that. Like, you're gonna die soon." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm dying anyway. I'd rather have died with 30 wings in my stomach than..." I feel great about my body today. Too bad for that bomb. Wow, I can do sound effects. I didn't know that, sincerely. Yeah, the Louvre got broken into the other day, last week, and believe it or not, I didn't care. It's just, I didn't fucking care whatsoever. You know, it's just because what the fuck? I went to France twice, and we went to the Louvre and we saw the Mona Lisa and we saw the paintings there. Yeah, sure, it's pretty, but I don't get it because. And here's what my artistic friends would say to me, like, you know, the thing about the Mona Lisa is you don't know if she's smiling or not. I'm like, bro, if you can't tell, she's not smiling, because that's how smiling fucking works. It's like, is it in or not? It's not. You know, that's that's the exact same thing. That's the exact same thing. But I knew they were gonna find them because that's not such a hardcore crime. You know, stealing art is not really a hardcore crime. Like, hey Tupac, what are you in for? Rembrandt, motherfucker. Come on, read, people. That was very cultural, by the way. So, yeah, but because to me, and I said this, we were talking, me and my gay friends, so the next lines I'm about to say are not offensive, I checked. Art stealing is such a gay joke. That's it. Because I don't think ever in the history of the universe did a straight man walk into the Louvre, or like people from Quebec call it, Louvre, and were walking and just saw the painting and went, that would look great in front of my candles. Such a gay crime, honestly. That painting in my house, oh my God. Gets caught, goes to prison, gets fucked. It works out, you know, it's not such a bad punishment. That was my time, guys, thank you. Let's bring back Joey!
Maverick! Keep it going. Best Tom Cruise impression I've ever seen. That's funny. He brought something up, and but we don't understand. You know, some people don't understand real pain. Like something horrible happened last week. I don't know if you guys heard. I think it was Northern Mississauga, Brampton, or something. A man shot a woman and kidnapped the kid. Did you guys hear about this? Like, it was horrible. Kidnap the baby. Now that wasn't the bad thing. The bad thing was I was sleeping and I got woken up by a fucking alarm. Fucking Amber Alert. What the hell? Oh, missing kid. I looked around my bed. No missing kid here. If there was, there would have been a whole other set of problems. But yeah, so yeah, some people just don't understand real pain. That's all I'm saying. Our next guest does. Are you guys ready for a new comedian? Yeah. This guy, I don't know what I can say about this guy. I love this guy. And his kid is already the highlight of the evening. Please give it up for Ayman Nassar. Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Keep it going for Joey, everyone. So I was just accused of cultural appropriation by a white woman. This is culturally appropriate. Okay? I am Egyptian. I have been pulled over in the streets by people from Israel who were demanding reparations when they saw me dressed like this. We built your pyramids. You owe us. Wrong kind of pharaoh. That's not even the worst part. I was dressed like this in Toronto, or as George likes to call it, Toronto. And people walked up to me and they were like, Cleopatra! Now, I took it as offensive because, you know, I think I look like a man. I think I look like a man, okay? Second, clearly, Pharaoh. But then I thought, it is Canada, and with my luck, Netflix might just cast me for the new Cleopatra with a gender slide, and I think it would make a lot of money, especially when you factor in Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. That's the Three Musketeers right there. Okay, that was I'm trying to work with it, people, trying to work with it. Now, over last Monday, I got to see these two fine gentlemen sitting in the front for a pinball game. We went out to play pinball. Now, some rich white person has a basement full of pinball machines, and they invite random strangers to come to their basement to play pinball. And as I'm playing pinball in this white man's dungeon, I can't help but think to myself that this is exactly how child pornography ring starts. You know, inviting strangers to your house. And on the subject of kids, everyone, my son is sitting in the back. I brought him here so he can see what it's like to struggle on stage. Not me, okay? But he is an aspiring actor. He was in a commercial last Thursday. Now, thank you. Well, NDA I cannot, but I can hint towards what it was about, kind of. It's an ad for victim services. Now, I need to tell you that his parents are divorced. So when this video comes out and I try to take pride in my son's accomplishments, and I go around showing them a video of my son pretending to be calling victim services, I'm not really sure how that works out for me. So I have to keep telling everyone, I swear to God, the divorce was mutual. It had nothing to do with violence. I never laid a finger on her or on him. So, yeah. That's what I have to say about that. And Joey, come back on up. Everyone give it up for Joey.
Eamon, Father of the Year. Give it up. I was doing a bunch of jokes about kid dating, and Eamon got really upset. So I told him, I go, look, truth is, I would never date a girl who was born after 9/11. In fact, my ex-girlfriend, she was born on September 10th, 2001. And Eamon goes, dude, that was like 25 years ago. She's still half your age. That's disgusting. I mean, at that point, how could I say I broke up with her like 10 years ago? Anyways. You guys all ready for your next comedian? Yeah. I can't really read the name because I sweated on it, but I think coming to the stage, slowly but surely, D.T. Scott. Give it up.
Hey. If I had $1 for every time I thought about committing suicide, I'd have a gun. I usually don't make women wet, but I usually dampen their spirits. Plus size models, you seen these chicks? They're like regular models, but fat. I was looking at one of them's Instagram and it said, she, her, they, them. Bitch, you ate them all. She's all of them. I wish I was a doctor back in the bloodletting days. That's what I wish. So I'm unemployed. I just think that'd be great job security. Joe has sickle cell. Well, have you tried stabbing him? That'll get the problem out of his system. Shake the cobwebs off a bit. Indian people are fine, right? They're cool. Just brought too many of them, that's all. Right? Kittens are great, but if you move 100 of them into your basement, starts to stink. I'd be a bad dad, man. Be the worst dad ever. I'd show up once a year with a gift and just throw it on my son's driveway and be like, there you go, Junior. 'Cause Junior is what you name him when you don't want to give him his own name. And then a year later, I'd show up again with a gift, except this time I wouldn't even give him the dignity to call him Junior. I'd just throw a gift on his driveway and be like, there you go, Jew. I'd peel away in my SS Monte Carlo. I don't know if I'm going to keep that joke. That's why I keep doing it. I think they call it climaxing because the only way I can come is if I climb in her window and hit her with an axe. And I notice girls with C-section scars, they make terrible comics. Their delivery sucks. Man. I saw a gay guy one time. He was at a gay pride fest. Boy, was this fella ever gay. He was so gay and so proud. He was walking around fully proud, fully gay, big hairy chest, no penis. And I thought to myself, wow, to walk around that proud, to be that gay, and to have no penis really takes a lot of balls. Man, there's this one time I was walking down the street and this man, he was trailing me. He was trailing me and he was giving me this very like subtle gesture. He was going like this at me. He was going, ah. And the weird thing about getting blown by a Filipino guy, whatever. This guy had pictures of his wife and kids everywhere at his house. It's one thing to be a fag, but a cheater? I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know. I probably should think of more jokes, but thank you guys for having me.
The demented DT Scott, everyone. Give it up. God damn. Holy shit. How do you follow that? I did. I wanna take something back. I made kind of a Jew joke a couple times back, and I want to retract that. Jake, the fine owner of the club, has been teaching me that there is a difference between Israelis and Jewish people. Israelis are genocidal maniacs. Jews are funny perverts. I don't know. If you found that offensive and you're Jewish, then you're a super perv. Jesus Christ, you're into I wasn't even talking about that, you sickos. Anyways, coming up to the stage, you guys ready for another comedian? Yeah. Very funny man. Makes his way from Egypt to Alberta to Hamilton. I don't know. Next up, Detroit, Gaza, hell, I don't know. Please give it up for Omar Nassan. Everyone. Oma leaving. Joey the Bomb had to go out for a cigarette. I'm his cousin, Joey the Cow. I do a lot of comedy around the Brampton area. Oh, they worship me like a god. You guys ready for another comedian? This guy is, he's adorable. He's funny. I think he's going to be opening for me next week in Brampton, right? Please welcome Viskar!
Thank you. Yeah. I'm opening something in Brampton, maybe a convenience store. But not for you. I don't know if you'll live that long next week. He is the oldest comedian in the house, actually, guys. Give it up for him. That's it. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. Doesn't it look like that a product when Trump had sex with a rooster? But anyways, our oldest comedian. We should give him respect. He only has like 2-3 years. He's 2-3 years younger than God. Like, that's it. Maximum. When CFTA asked that, do you want to host? And he said, yeah, I'm free this month or next month. CFTA said, why take risk? Let's do this month. When in the beginning, he said that when you go to jail, have an Asian daddy because they have little pee-pee. Trust him, he speaks from the experience. He has seen it. He is pedophile for everyone. He's so old. For everyone, he's pedophile. Like, you get it? He's so old that he's pedophile for everyone. You get it? You get it? I had the full script to do actually, but I thought, well, he dressed as a cow, so I have to respect him anyways. He is so old that he's not afraid to commit any crime, because even the life sentence will end in 2-3 months. Oh, shit. Yeah. Every computer has motherboard. His computer has grandmotherboard. You're Christian, right? So when, God created the world, he said, let there be light. And there was light. And Joy was dragging Adam in the corner to fuck him. But jokes apart, he is the best host. After George, Greg, Adam, Omar, and so on. He's so old that his birthdays are over. He has no more birthdays. That's it. The numbers are over now. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, young man. Vikas, everyone. I do a lot of jokes about dating young girls. They call them pedo jokes. I don't do them because I find them particularly funny, and I definitely don't do it because I'm a pedophile. I just want to keep my muscles active, because can you imagine what the comedian on Epstein Island makes? Oh. And those people, they're not going to fucking listen to mother-in-law jokes. They want the hardcore shit. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, Epstein's dead. Yeah, come on. Oh, gee, rich, powerful men will no longer be able to fuck kids. Yeah, come on. Like, there's another island somewhere. I would do it just for the crowd work, though. Wouldn't that be awesome? Look at this historic crowd. Every living president in the same room together. And Hillary Clinton, you dirty bitch. All right, you guys ready for another comedian? I have no idea who this guy is. His name is awesome. Please CFTA, give a warm welcome to Aiden Lynch.
It's actually pronounced Port Dover. Don't you hate when you're fucking your girlfriend and she tells you you got a big dick? And you're like, why are you lying to me right now? Then do you ever start to play her game and just be like, this is great. I love you. This is the best I ever had. Before the girlfriend, I used to fuck around with a lot of strippers and hookers. I remember the first stripper I was fucking with, I was finger banging her. And it was a little concerning because I pulled out my hand and it looked like I ate a bag of Doritos. So you want to know what I did? I'm a sick bastard. All right. So my girlfriend's got this friend who's blind, and it was weird hanging out with her because like she would always ask you to do things, but with your eyes closed. And I would always say that I'm doing it with my eyes closed, but I'll tell you guys a secret. I didn't close my eyes. No, it was fucking weird. Moving on. All right. You guys want to see some props I'm working on? These are a pair of scissors, but for lesbians. I got another pair of scissors. They're also for lesbians, but like from the 80s. Yeah. Okay. All right. This one's kind of close to me because, well, dating hasn't been going too well. But to be fair, I spent a lot of time fishing. Right. I'm always down at the lake, down at the river, and I get worried sometimes because like, if I'm spending all my time fishing, I'm not gonna have any time to meet a girl. So, I made this fishing lure. You can catch a girlfriend with it. Yeah. Can you hold that? Just kidding. All right, that's all I got for tonight. Thank you, guys.
Aiden Lynch, everyone. Joey Baum had to go out for a cigarette again. Some of you might know me. I'm Joey Trump. I am the nephew of the President of the United States. They're a little embarrassed of me. I have no idea why. I'm the guy who taught the Donald how to dance. That was rude. They just walked right out. I love Hamilton. Hamilton is beautiful. I love beating tie cats and screaming fumble and have them all tackle me. It's so great. But last time I came to Hamilton, they kept saying Argos suck. And I went to the Argos and yeah, that pinball, he uses too much teeth. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't like Jewish men. Why would you take the most delicious part and just cut it off? Throw it in the garbage. Doesn't make any sense to me. But I thank you for, I love being in Hamilton. Hamilton is a beautiful place. And now that Uncle has done all this work, there's no way to get fentanyl in the States anymore. So I have to come to Hamilton if I want to get some fentanyl. Okay. Who's the next guy on the list? Oh, Jesus, yeah. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? Next comedian has like a name that would like straight men would find really sexy back in the 80s. Jerry Hall.
I just I tackled that guy earlier. Like, well, I am older. I am actually, you had it right, pretty active in the 80s. As a matter of fact, I think I dated that pair of scissors. Had an interesting day today because, well, I had to help my neighbor because he fell into his root cellar. It didn't work out. Now he's a vegetable. I think he'll be happy, though. The root cellar was just filled with pumpkins and squashes, and his name is Gord. I gained a lot of weight recently because I changed my diet. I started eating just pizza slices and Doritos, which after that last pizza slices and Doritos and Toblerone. Turns out triangles are really fattening. Guess that's why they say eat 3 square meals a day. Yeah. I don't know. You might disagree with me. Maybe you think they aren't fattening. I think they are. I don't know. There's 3 sides to every argument. I don't know. Maybe you didn't like the triangle bit. I thought it was a cute joke. I'll make it better one day. I just got to find the right angle. Will I do more geometry jokes tonight? I might circle back to them. I didn't like geometry in school, though. I used to try and study and learn all the formulas, but then I'd go to the class and there'd be questions like, what's the capital of France? Because geometry and geography are 2 different things. All right. I didn't do well in school, surprise. I took German, only learned 1 word. Did I pass that course? 9! German teacher was hot, though. She wasn't a 10, but she was better than an 8. I don't really know the word for it. I'm not shallow, though. I didn't take German just because the teacher was hot. I also wanted to learn how to take over Poland. Yeah. Tried to get some fire insurance the other day, but apparently if you say I need as much as I can get by Friday, it's some kind of big red flag. Yeah, they say red flags are dangerous. That's why I don't trust the Chinese. I'm just kidding. I don't want to be racist against Chinese people because racism against Chinese people is wrong. Wrong! Shit. I have a bunch of bees living in my garage, a whole hive of bees. They're thinking of moving, though. At least that's the buzz. Yeah, I don't know, though. They're dangerous. So I was worried they might be killer bees, or even worse, sex offender bees. They say that even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. And that terrified me because one time I was asleep and 2 blind squirrels broke into my house. All right, you're not getting the math one. All right. All right. When my doctor told me I was schizophrenic, I was beside myself. Luckily, he was schizophrenic too, so I got a second opinion. Who has 2 thumbs and a bad sense of direction? This guy. Remember, I was dating this girl, and she was really nice, but she had really big teeth, like huge, and she was very self-conscious about it. I tried to say, don't worry about it, it's okay, but then she tried to kiss me, and I was like, whoa, nay. Yeah, she got mad. I was like, easy, girl. All right. Who has 2 thumbs and has always got sore eyes? This guy. Fuck. Let's see, some of these are new. Oh, yeah, okay. Did my first 9/11 joke in 1998. That was too soon. Yeah. I was, the other day, I was cutting an onion and I started to cry. But that's okay, because I know there's a chemical in an onion's skin. And when you cut into it, it makes you remember being molested as a child. Yeah. I remember when I was young and I was crying at my grandmother's funeral. Yeah. But I told her, if you can't afford to borrow money from me, fuck, I fucked that up. All right, let's see, what should we on with? Oh yeah, okay, I know one. I was dating a girl with diabetes, because I have diabetes, right? But I take the pill, and she used the needle, so I broke up with her because she wasn't my type. All right, well, anyway, who has 2 thumbs and has never satisfied a woman? Let's bring back your host.
The fabulous, sexy jury hall, ladies and gentlemen. I love Hamilton. Hamilton is, to me, one of the great cities in the world. And I've been around, man, but mostly, like, I am the center of my own show, right? Like, it's the Joey Show. Everywhere I go. Except Hamilton. As soon as I come into the city limits, I realize I'm a supporting actor at best. Like I saw, like, as soon as we pulled into the city limits, I saw a guy. He had his pants around his ankles, and he was wearing like a disco ball shorts, like, and wielding a lightsaber. And you know the weird thing about that guy? He had like a backpack that he was using as a quiver with a whole bunch of other lightsabers in there. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, whatever this guy is up to, it is far more interesting than what we're up to, right? Like, no matter what he's up to. And that's why I love Hamilton. Yeah. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said one of the best cities in the world. I think everyone jumped off the bandwagon at that point. Yeah. Especially the Egyptians. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? This guy, what can I say about him? Never met him, never had a conversation with him, but he looks kind of funny, I think. I don't know. Please welcome to the stage, Nathan Burwell. Is that right?
Thank you guys very much. A little bit about myself is I've never done fucking comedy before, so apparently I get 5 minutes. Last time I did something for the first time, it took 30 seconds, but we'll get into it. So I always like to tell off stories about my dad, because whether he likes it or not, funniest fucking person I've ever met in my life. We were out, and we were at a campfire, and no one could really see, and I came out, and I go, oh my God, it's so dark out. And my dad always does this thing where he likes to provide a fact and then follow it up with complete bullshit. So he goes, yeah, did you know men can actually adjust to the darkness better when it's like super dark out or anything like that? And then he looks at me about like 10 seconds later, I didn't even think about it, and he goes, yeah, it's the same reason why women can't fucking drive. I know a lot about my family, and that's always the funniest jokes because it always hits home when everyone has a family story. I have my dad, he's 6'2", big guy, loves to drink, and I'm sure everyone else, father here, loves to drink because we're at a comedy show. But my mom's brother is this 5'1", 5'2", short, petite man. He tries to keep up with my dad, never fucking can. It's the funniest thing every single time. One time I watched him fall off a boat. Not like a small boat, like a fucking massive boat that he just tipped right over on. So it was funnier if you were there. I've been, you guys all know about Squid Games, right? Everyone's seen Squid Games here. It's, one of the kind of 2020 things that we all watched during COVID. Well, they did this remake on Netflix, but, they took out the best part where people die. And all I can say is that if I finished second place, I would have blown my fucking brains out on camera. I could not imagine losing 300, 400 million right in front of me. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of WNBA. Any WNBA fans here? No? Okay, well, neither am I, but let's pretend we are. All right. I've been realizing, I'm like, hey, why doesn't no one watch this? This is good shit right here. Like, come on, let's watch this. And I realized because they don't have any controversy, you know? Kobe Bryant raped a woman and then dropped 70 points the next night. And everyone was like, he's innocent. He's fucking good guy. He never did that in his life. So yeah, that's what we need to see. Black women raping more white men. And I want to see it today. I could go anytime about it. I'm here. I'm available. No one here? All right. We'll get into it. I also just have some sort of classic jokes and everything like that. I've been watching a lot of this Black Friday stuff. I work in retail and it fucking sucks around Black Friday. But Black Friday used to be something, you know? Now we have Cyber Monday and it just takes all the fun out of it. Every company's making profit and whatever, capitalism sucks. Back in the day, 2008, we first got camera phones and I was barely alive by then. But you used to watch an 80-year-old woman and a 6'5", 250 Derrick Henry, maybe people don't know who that is, huge black guy and fucking running back in the NFL, massive, could run anyone over. But he'd go toe-to-toe with the grandma for a 70-inch TV, and this wasn't a battle of size, this wasn't a battle of speed, this was a battle of who wanted it more. There's a reason why cooking shows are still on. She fucking wanted it more every single time. She hit a stiff arm on him, and, you know, we're going from there. One thing I always feel a lot of sympathy for is people being related to fictional characters, because fictional characters are fake, you know? No one wants to be related to someone who's a picture thing. I was in grade 8, and they did this thing where they compare you to some sort of celebrity, and I thought it was cool. Until I got compared to fucking Ken from Barbie. Never lived that down. Worst feeling of my life. But it'd be much worse to get related to a non-fictional character from just some random time. As you can see, blonde hair, blue eyes. I once got related to a non-fictional character. It was this Jewish girl. I went over to her house. I scared the fuck out of her grandma. She had relived some memories that I don't think I'm very proud of, and gonna have to take a look back at that one. Yeah, I recently did a ancestry DNA test. Just kind of do it out there. And those guys are fucking lying 100% right away. I'm the whitest guy I know. I do white shit all the time. I go to a barbecue and like, what do you want? And I'm like, no spice, burger, cheese, that's it, don't touch it. Give me a beer. And it said fucking African in my DNA test. It was like 8%. Yeah, I'm not. I've been in Hamilton a very, very small time. Only about a year and a half, but feels like 10 years. And one thing I've learned is that everyone hates the buses here. You could take them, you hate them. You don't take them, you're gonna get fucking hit by them because they suck. But there is literal Instagram accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers about how they hate the HSR. Imagine if we could put that hate where it's well-deserved. Like, maybe a furry club, maybe get rid of some of these other ideas that, you know, we just need to keep Hamilton nice and clean. That's all I have for the jokes today, but
Nathan Burwell, ladies and gentlemen. I have done a lot of things in order to get laid that I'm not proud of. Some actually I am kind of proud of because they were quite clever, but I have yet to follow the WNBA. So, you know, that would be the only reason to watch it, right? Are you enjoying the show tonight? Yeah. You having a good time? Yeah. You liked all the comedians? Yeah, this is good, eh? This is fun. Your headliner is coming up next. You guys ready for another comedian? I love this woman. Here to answer the age-old question, what would happen if Wednesday Addams was raised by the Manson family? Please welcome Gabby Watts!
Wow, thank you. What an intro. Fucking A. Guys, before coming here, I was stuck in traffic behind an accident for 2.5 hours. And I spent the first minute concerned about all of our safety, the next 29 dreading the wait, and the next 2 hours trying to piss my pants. It's really hard being a lady. You can't get out of the car and just get your dick out. It's not easy. I really hate to see dads comforting their kids. I saw it in the street the other day and it pissed me off so much. Because when a mom comforts a kid, they're like, oh, baby, you're sad. Here's something comforting. And the dad will just be like, you're sad? I'm going to tickle you. It's like, to turn sadness into like bullied into laughter is like so, that's fucked up. That's so gross. I just pictured a guy going into like a funeral, like someone's husband died, and it's like, here's the widow, tickle, tickle. Let people be sad, holy shit. I feel like lately everybody's talking about how sex needs to include people spitting in each other's mouths. Like, I don't think I would allow it to happen not because it's gross, but because I feel like you need to bring a certain level of hydration to the sexual encounter. Like, do you really not have saliva? We're not going to make it. Like, I can't just keep spitting. I don't know. I grew up with like fear that robots would take over the world if they would become self-aware. And at the same time, I'm very pro-sex robot. I think we all need them. But then I thought, if I really had a robot boyfriend, wouldn't he eventually like get mad at me and like beat me up? Like maybe kill me? And like I feel like robots can take our jobs when it comes to sex, but not when it comes to murder, If I'm gonna get murdered, it's gonna be by my husband, damn it, not by a fucking robot. God damn it. The other day was October 20th, and I said to myself, I wonder if there's a psychic fair in Hamilton coming up. And then I Googled it, and the psychic fair was the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th. So I just missed it. And that's when I found out that I'm almost psychic. Do you guys remember Steve Irwin? That Australian guy who was always molesting all the animals, Sorry, I'm foreign. I mean, like, bothering, but, like, he was like, oh, look at this fucking... No, I never supported that. I know he was nice and chipper and all that, but he was just bothering those animals, right? Like, and I know that he was bothering them because he died by stingray, which is, like, the most unlikely... Like, it's so statistically unlikely that that thing attacks you, and then it went right through the heart. Like, that's a message from the Lord that you went too far, I think. I know everybody likes him, but... my algorithm has been recently giving me Wayfair ads, which I find weird, because Wayfair is a store so expensive that people couldn't accept that, like, a dresser could be $14,000, and they thought it was... Like, they were trafficking children. Do you guys remember this? Yeah. They're like, this dresser is called Deborah and costs 15 grand. Like, that can only be a child. So I don't know why they think I can afford to, like, buy a dresser or a child. I mean, that's crazy. I have a lot of friends who are child-free, and they'll say weird shit to me like, you don't know what it's like to wake up in the morning and not have any responsibilities. And I'm like, yeah, I used to also not have children. I know what that's like. That just happened like 10 years ago. You're the one that didn't do the two things. I did the things. You can't tell me what it's like not to have kids. I wasn't born a mother. That's so fucking crazy. My friends will say, I don't want kids, but I love kids. I'm like, what? Why don't you hate, like, it would make more sense if you didn't like kids and then didn't have them, right? I've never heard anyone say, like, I love sex, I just don't want to have it. I could never do that to my body. Okay. I do feel like women fear childbirth, and I guess we make it sound really scary, but like mammals have been doing it since the beginning of time. You know, even like Britney Spears did it, so can't be that hard. Right? Does that not inspire anyone else? But I do feel like giving birth in a hospital is like the ultimate mansplaining. Like we were doing this in the woods, biting a stick for like millennia. And now we're in stirrups. People are yelling us to push. It's like, I think it was going to come out anyway. I don't know if you had to scream at me to push. But the real reason they yell at you to push is because they basically like roofie you. Like an epidural doesn't just kill pain, it like paralyzes your body. So they make it so that pushing is impossible, and then they scream at you that you're not pushing. It's like, it's a special kind of bullying, but you know, I'm not saying I'm pro-rape or anything, but but you know, if you give women too much freedom, you know, women don't like sex, so we're not going to want to have sex with you guys. And we don't like childbirth, so we're not going to do that either. So it could be the end of civilization because we made sex and childbearing so bad for women. Like, you guys could have saved civilization if you had just eaten a little bit of pussy, just a little bit, and left us alone to birth in the woods like all the other animals. I thought I said boners, but it says bangs. It's a joke about bangs, guys. Sorry, not boners. Women, I think, are cowardly, though. Their biggest fear is getting bangs, because they'll say, will it look good? But I want to ask, does your forehead look good? I mean, foreheads are terrible. That's where all the zits and the wrinkles go. Everyone should hide their foreheads at all times. I'm a bisexual. You guys probably already know that. And I used to always say that my type in guys is a short blonde man, and my type in women is a tall blonde woman. And then I realized that they were both 5'7". It's the same person. Okay, that's my time. Thank you, guys.
Gabby Watts! Keep it going. We did have a last-minute addition. So let's keep the funny going. Your real headliner. You guys ready for him? Your real headliner. He's been all over Hamilton. He's been to every McDonald's around here. And please welcome Ryan Sim.
I'm loving it. All right, thanks. Yeah, I look like the spokesperson for something, like sleep apnea machines or something. It's the only thing you can diagnose with me visually. Yeah. That's what I got for my 40th birthday. That's what I got myself. I just turned 40, and I got myself a sleep apnea machine. Because my 5-year-old, he's going through that phase where he likes to come sleep if he had a bad dream. And he goes, Dada, every night you die a lot. Which is pretty cool. Hey, Jerry, what's up? And I think, maybe for me, sleep apnea, I'm confusing the Grim Reaper, I'm the ghost, I show up 100 times an hour, what the fuck? What's the guy doing? Yeah, I do look like I eat at every McDonald's in the city. I'm not proud of this. I was at St. Catherine's a couple weeks ago, and it was school was just coming back, and some of the younger, students, they just yelled, Danny DeVito, and I turned around immediately. I was like, yes? And I looked, and she was 20. I'm like, oh, that's not a compliment, Like a 20-year-old DeVito reference, that's not good. I think of Batman Begins, even Twins. She's referring to me as It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is not a compliment because he's a 70-year-old man who sleeps on a couch with another man eating cat food. And her friend came up to me after, goes, that was really mean of her. I just want you to know you have more hair than Danny DeVito. I was like, I'll put that on my dating profile. Great. Yeah. Gives out cat food vibes. It's nice to be back. I haven't been here in a while because I get some things to celebrate. I am officially divorced as of last week. Yeah. I'm very proud of moving from my ex's basement to, drumroll, my mom's basement. Doing it. Yeah. I'm Italian, yeah. If things get any worse, we'll just move right back upstairs to her womb and then it's over. I like to say I haven't hit rock bottom, but it is unfinished, so it's concrete, so I don't know anymore. I don't even know anymore. Does anyone here read the news still? No? There was some news recently from America saying that they think there's a link between pregnant women and Tylenol resulting in autism. Does anyone remember reading that? Yes. Did anyone do what I did and call my mom to ask? You know? I said, Mom, did you take any Tylenol when you were pregnant? And she goes, relax, sweetie. We used Advil for hangovers, and she hung up. I was like, what? I actually asked her if that was true, and she said, well, we're from Scarborough. Like, I don't know what that means, but she said she didn't know she was pregnant with me for 5 months, and that definitely means she was drinking for 5 months. And I was like, Mom, is that a problem? She goes, relax. You weren't meant to be Einstein. And I'm like, maybe not anymore, Maybe you guys are watching fetal alcoholic Einstein right now. Like, I'm not going to cure cancer. I can cure ham, but then my brain peaks. That's it. That's it. It's hard being a single parent. I got to, figure out everything. I'm doing what my mom did, which I hate, and it's giving my kids something called Lunchables. The official snack of alcoholic parents. They can just pass it to them and go right back to bed, Does anyone know what Lunchables are? They're redneck charcuterie. That's what I think. Nothing says I care about my chunky kids' health like pumping them full of some old Halloween candy and refrigerated pig's asshole and a cold cracker. Lunchables, the official snack of NASCAR and divorced parents. Yeah. And I remember as a kid, my mom used to buy so many. We were in a small town that one day the lady was like, ma'am, these aren't good for your kid's development. Yeah. And she's like, neither is drinking when you're pregnant. And he turned out just fine, Except she's pointing at my brother. I'm over here eating Lunchables. Yeah. My mom was the hot mom. Did anyone have a hot mom growing up? No. Ugh. I don't even know if people were my friend. You know what I mean? Anyone used to, play those games, your mama jokes? Remember those? And you go and try and one-up each other. I remember one time everyone's like, oh, your mom's so fat, the elevator only goes down. And the next guy's like, your mom's so fat, your mom's so ugly, the tears run down her back. And then one guy just said, yeah, well, Ryan, your mom's so hot, we'd fuck her. I was like, what? This game is terrible, And then the next guy goes, hear him out, he's already had all your hockey games. I'm like, he's on the team, Yeah. I don't know how much time I got. I'm sorry. Is that the light? Yeah. Okay. I'll just end on this. I do know I have to take better care of myself because a couple years ago, I ran into someone. I don't want to say who they are. They're very famous. They may or may not be dating Katy Perry currently. But he was in Burlington, and I learned a couple things. You're not supposed to just walk right up to him because there's something called Secret Service that's supposed to stop you. And I walked right up to him, and I remember him looking at me and holding his ear, and then he looked at me and nodded and went, it gets better, young man, and shook my hand. I was like, you're very handsome, thank you. And I walked away. My friend said, as I passed Secret Service, they said to him, homeless man approaching from your 6. Which is okay. I was in Burlington, but about 2 weeks later, I was walking in Barton Street, and that's where I'm from. You could probably smell it. The only street with a bus named after its smell. It's the number 2. And there was a unhoused gentleman with a big beard asking for change, and no one was giving him any. And this was, set the scene, it was Sunday. Sundays for me are laundry days, so I've got track pants, no underwear, and a pocket full of change. That sounds like Alanis Morissette's outtake. And I went to give it to him, and he just fist bumped me, causing me to drop the change. So I bent down really fast to pick it up, and my Lunchable frame ripped the pants on the way down, and everything popped out. And when I stood up, he just looked at me, he went, it happens to the best of us, brother. I didn't know what to do, so I just embraced him in a big bear hug, hoping he would, people would go away, and they started clapping.
like a Kodak moment, taking pictures. And we did it for a long time. It was awkward. And people, I thought nothing of it. And I don't know why, but the Spectator has an arts and life department, you know. And my HR department called me in to ask a couple questions. They said, first of all, we want to know, how was your weekend? And I said, it was pretty average. Why? And they go, we want you to explain this. And they put it down, and there's a picture of me and the homeless man hugging with the caption, homeless men fight for change in lovers' quarrel. And they're just looking at me. I'm like, it happens to the best of us, brother. That's what I heard. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Keep it going for Cat Food Vibes. That's the end of our show. I know it's sad. Give it up for all the comedians that you heard tonight. Keep it going for Dex and Jake. I want to thank those guys for giving me the honor of hosting tonight. This is beautiful. And I am literally a professional comedian after tonight, after one of them slips me $10. Isn't that awesome? I have made more money as a professional pinball player, I hate to say, but I think this has been a great night. I do want to thank all the comedians. I want to thank Dex and Jake. Just a reminder, there is a fake cult meeting on Saturday. Tell your friends. It's very secret. Don't tell your friends? Oh, okay. All right. I have been Joey the Bomb. You guys have been awesome. Thank you, CFTA, and good night.